Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Eric Bailly has signed for Manchester United. We did the video a couple of days ago saying that he would sign for Manchester United. Some of you doubted it. It's going to happen. I know a lot of you like to wait for that official thing. We'll take it as read. It is official. His medical's been done. He's passed that. And I think the great thing is, well, I'm going to say to you, what do you think? We are live at the moment. If you're not watching live, comment below, let us know. But what do you think about Eric Bailly signing for Manchester United? You believe the press sometimes and you don't believe press the other times. And I think that, you know what, PSG and Barcelona were reported to be in for him at the end, but his heart was set on a move to Manchester United and we've got him. I'm sure the negative people there will say, oh, I bet PSG and Barcelona weren't really interested, because they don't like to believe the press when it's positive things about United. But if it's negative, they'll jump on it and they'll believe it, you know. I believe it. I think Barcelona were interested with him. He's had a fantastic season in La Liga. Villarreal finished really high up in the in La Liga. Had a fantastic defence. He played against Ronaldo at right back just before Christmas and put him in his pocket. They've kept clean sheets against Atletico Madrid. The only player that he struggled with was, funnily enough, Fernando Torres. But so did Vidic, and if he's of that standard, then absolutely superb. Joe Burke, has there been confirmation? Manolas would cost an extra 15 million, says Connor MUFC. I do think we'll sign another centre-back. I'll come to that in a moment. But just if you don't know about Bailly, in the top line, in this video description, we've got a more thorough video on him, but very quick stats that you need to know, and all you need to know probably. 6'2", very strong, very athletic, very fast, great recovery pace. Just turned 22 in April. His growth as a player is a bit like that, which is very similar to Anthony Martial. We're buying another player who is just on a very, very steep learning curve and keeps getting better and better. Now, what people have been saying is he's not that great on the ball. However, if you talk to people, and we got some comments on the video we did at the weekend, people who actually follow La Liga say that's absolute nonsense. Yeah, he's not PK on the ball or someone like that, but he's certainly not Johnny Evans on the ball. He's far, far better than that. He's getting better all the time. It's just one of them things he needs to improve on. He's not bad on the ball, but he's got the core things that you need in Premier League, which is strength, pace, and recovery pace, and finesse, which you need as well. Some people worry about he goes into the tackle a bit hard. If he's going into the tackle in the Liga hard, he's going to get away with it over here. But let's read some of your comments. Get Bailly and Manolas. Yeah, I'd like Manolas. I still think that Stones is a possibility, but I really do like this. I really do like this. People talk about sources on there. I'm not going to get into that too much, simply because people just... We're a United Stand fan channel. We talk about transfers and we get involved with you lot, and that's what we want to do. If you wait for the official news of absolutely everything, it's going to be a very boring United Stand and a very boring interaction between fans, and that's what we look for. We said Mourinho was manager 3 days before he was. He was. We said Van Gaal was going to be sacked 2 days before he was. He was. We said Bailly was going to sign on... would sign for United on Saturday. That's 4 days earlier. We did the same with Memphis last year. There's lots of sources you can get out there, and also over the time we've built up some as well. But if we're wrong, I'll come out and apologise. But this deal is done. Bailly is done. He's passed his medical this afternoon. PSG and Barcelona tried to hijack the deal. He will be a Manchester United player, and is a Manchester United player now, depending what time you're actually watching this. It's a done deal. It's the first Mourinho signing, and I do think we will buy another centre-back, because when you look at it, Chris Smalling's the only reliable one. Daley Blind, I think he might well leave, but even so, he's not a centre-back. He's a utility player. Phil Jones, you know, I'd rather... he'll fall over in the wind, that guy. You can't rely on him. And Rojo's just not good enough. So even bringing in Bailly with Smalling, we still need another one. I think it will be one of these three: John Stones, Varane, or Manolas. And we need three quality centre-backs. And let's not forget, Bailly, like Stones, if we bought Stones, they're on that upward curve, and they need to learn. And Mourinho is without doubt the best manager in world football for teaching centre-backs and getting them playing well. Whether it's Mourinho himself or his backroom staff, you think about the players like Cahill developed under him, John Terry, Carvalho, not at Chelsea before that. So, you know, Mourinho, if he picks a centre-back like this, I'm very excited about it. I really am excited. Manolas, there's no confirmation. You know what? You're really starting to tire me, this person who's saying there's no confirmation. You're clearly not a fan of Manchester United. You clearly got no idea who the United Stand is and what we do. We're a fan channel. Everybody who's commenting there are part of the United Stand. And if you want official, go and follow the Man United thing. This deal is done 100%, and we are talking about the signing of a player for our club that we want, that we're excited about. You're probably a bloody Arsenal fan, so you're blocked. Bye-bye. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Memphis, Ben 7, talking about Memphis. Memphis has his cars back, taken back to Holland. You know what? If Mourinho decides he doesn't want him, then I'm happy with that because I trust in Jose Mourinho at the end of the day. Master of Disaster sounds like an exciting signing. Yeah, really exciting. MN's on about confirmation again. If you know what, and people are even saying it in the live comments now, if you want confirmation, you're going to get a very boring Manchester United fan channel or any other Manchester United fan channel. It's going to be really boring. We're doing a video in response to something that is happening right now. He's passed his medical this afternoon. When a player passes their medical, they are signing for the club. The club are just waiting for the time to do the press conference. And a lot of you watching this video now, it will have been announced. And we are right. Like we were right about Mourinho. Like we were right about Van Gaal. Like we were right about Memphis last year. Like we'll be right about a lot of things. I don't apologise for doing videos earlier so that fans can get excited and talk about their stuff. You'll note we haven't done a Zlatan one because that's not going to happen for anybody who wants to know. Zlatan is not going to happen until after the Euros, 100%. But a lot of us thought that would happen. And I think a lot of them are, I think a lot of us are getting a bit frustrated with Zlatan, but to be honest, he's just he's a prick tease, isn't he? At the end of the day, he's just stringing us all along. He can't announce that deal. The club will want to announce it 100%. Let's have a look. Okay. Great channel, mate. Didn't know we'd signed him. Thanks for information, Thomas Charlton. You are more reliable than other sources, says Joe. But well, we're not doing it for clickbait, like some people said. We're not doing it because we've got reliable sources. I can't think of an occasion when we've been wrong, but we do like to do the videos a couple of days before to get you all involved in it and build the excitement. You'll note we haven't done a Sol Niguez signs yet. I really hope we do one of those, but we won't be doing that until there's concrete information that he's going to sign. This lad has just done his medical this afternoon, and we said at the weekend he's going to sign for Manchester United. It's experience that comes into it. And a lot of people watching will realise that as well. That you get to know when these deals are going to be done, and it is done. And I'm really excited about it. I think apparently Mourinho doesn't buy into youth. 22 years of old, just turned it. He's going to be an absolute legend, I think, in the league. I know a lot of people won't buy into that. I know people say, "Oh, you never even heard of him. You didn't know about him until the weekend." I know a lot of people didn't know that, but so what? I did know a bit about him because I did research on Villarreal when I was praying that they were going to knock Liverpool out of the semi-finals a few weeks ago. They've had a fantastic season based on defence. Very, very tight team, lots of clean sheets, winning by the odd goal, built on the defence, built on this fantastic player. So Thayer says we should have bought Thiago Silva. I don't think so at all. I don't really think that at all. I think he's past it, Thiago Silva. I don't know what anybody else thinks. But, yeah, I'm really happy about it. We need a better right back. So let's take some of your comments. Matic was mentioned today as well, wasn't he? Matic, 27. He's the sort of player that comes in experienced in the midfield, Premier League proven. I want somebody. The only player I'd take from Chelsea that would excite me, that's realistic, because we're not going to get Hazard, is Willian, because I think he fits in on the right side. Very skillful, very hard working. I don't really want to bring Chelsea players to Manchester United. I want us to build our own players. But if we were going to bring one, it would be Willian. I don't really want Matic. He's already won a Premier League at Chelsea. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know what anybody else would think about that. And that's why I like the signing of this Bailly, because I think youth is going to get better under us, and I'm really excited about that. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Very, very quick video there. I haven't done a live video for quite a while, so it's nice to wrap in with, as Lynn Hall says, Bailly's been improving amazingly quickly. Expect great things from him after a month or so. What do we think of Hirving Lozano? I'm not convinced about him, to be honest. Again, I think he's a risk. South Americans don't tend to do that well at Manchester United. A lot of you talking about Manolas. He's the one I want. Janta Hyder says it's CJMUFC 99. Talking about Manolas. Did the video on him. You'll note we didn't do a video saying he's signed because he hasn't signed. We do videos on transfer targets. We only say signed when it's going to happen. I really like Manolas at Roma. I think he's got exactly the right sort of attributes. Again, he's strong, he's physical, he's got quick recovery pace, which I think in the Premier League is so important. Adam Nunes looks very good. Yeah, he does. Manolas or Stones? I'd go Manolas. I do like John Stones. I think either of those two, and I do think we will get one of those two, I'll be really excited about. Pjanic, says Dan Butcher, did the video on him yesterday. Really like him. Probably the best free kick taker in world football, and we need to improve our set pieces and corners, but he's also really creative as well. I think Barcelona might get him. Pogba, we've done a video on him if you want to watch that. I've got a feeling he's going to go to Real Madrid. The problem with the Euros is we haven't got Champions League football, and a lot of players that we'd like in the Euros, like Griezmann and Pogba, they've got to have bad Euros for us to get them, because if they have good Euros, Madrid, Barcelona go in, they've got Champions League football, Bayern Munich as well, and it pulls us away. I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. Would you have Mahrez at United, Mark says, hated, adored MUFC? I wouldn't. I just have a feeling about Mahrez that he's not a fantastic player that's going to do well for a big club. I'd rather Arsenal took the risk than us, and I'd be interested. If we got him, I wouldn't be unhappy, but I'd rather we went looking elsewhere. But right midfield is a tough position to fill, and he could do that. Pjanic, yeah, we've talked about him. Let's stop talking about Pogba, says Ian. We aren't going to get him. I think it is a long shot. I did say 2 weeks ago, but I did the video that went up a little bit earlier because, quite simply, I think there is a chance. It's already started back with Nash. You need to refresh it, poor bloke. If we aren't getting Pogba, surely we should be in for Kante. Yeah, good point, says Lynn Hall. But all in all, I am happy about Eric Bailly. There's a description in the video description. I think it's the third video with a link to the video we did at the weekend, which is far more in depth. There you go. And although he says when the United stand says it's done, you can more or less bet on it. If we're wrong, I'll do a video. But we did a video on Saturday, said it was going to happen. He's done his medical today. This deal is going to happen. And a lot of you will be watching it 2-3 days tomorrow, a couple of hours, and it will have happened. It's happening. He's signing for Manchester United. We don't do videos on this channel, and everybody who knows the United stand, we don't do videos on this channel saying somebody's signed and they don't sign, or when we said Mourinho was going to be manager, or when Van Gaal was sacked. It's a couple of days before. Please drop us a like, because we'll continue doing that. If you want us to wait till everything's official, it's going to be very, very boring. If you want to dislike it because it's for that reason, then whatever. But please do drop us a like, because we put a lot of effort into this channel. We've built up a lot of sources over the year and a half we've been doing it, and we don't commit to things unless it's true. And we do it for you. And I'm glad we've done it live, because I love interacting with the live comment section. Daniel says, guarantee we will sign Manolas or Varane or Stones. I agree with that. And I want Manolas. I really do. We need 3 centre-backs. So tying up with Bailly, really happy with him. Fast, strong. 22, just turned 22, very steep curve like Martial, a young player coming into the club, which is what we want and what some people madly feared under Mourinho we wouldn't do. He will do that. And we will buy another centre-back, because we need more than Smalling and Bailly. You can't, I think Blind will go. You can't rely on Stones and Rojo. So brilliant, absolutely lovely, absolutely brilliant. And I love you too as well, Victor Lim. Thanks for that. Thanks everyone for getting involved. Please drop us a like. Please share the video. Get commenting below if you're not watching live. We always reply to you. And watch some of our other transfer stuff. We've got Saul Niguez, we've got Griezmann, we've got Pogba. If you want a bit of fan interaction and some inside information on what we think as fans about some of these signings, then great. Personally, I'm happy with this signing. It was out of the blue, and I like them out of the blue signings. It was like Darmian, who I think is going to be a fantastic player under Mourinho and was misused by Van Gaal. That excited me last year when we signed him, and these sort of signings excite me. These obscure sort of players that not a lot of people know about. But thanks everybody. Really enjoyed doing the live thing. I'm really hot. I'm really hot. It's hot weather here at the moment, but hence the t-shirt. But thanks everybody for watching. Speak to you all soon. Lots of stuff going on with the United stand at the moment. Subscribe if you're new. And to all the moaners, Eric Bailly is a Manchester United player. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.